Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about the most essential part of your portfolio or of our portfolio and the most unexciting part, right? I'm going to talk about cash and the cash that we hold in our portfolios. There are two types, there are two reasons to hold cash. One is tactically you don't know where to invest. You think, oh, market is too high, gold is too high, I don't want to buy real estate, I'm not interested in investing in debt at this point in time, at least not long-term debt. So I don't know what to do. So that is the tactically held cash, and that could be a big amount. And the second is the emergency cash that you hold. Why do we hold an emergency cash? If your main source of income is not very sure of happening, if you are a trader, your money may not come very regularly. 1 month you may make a loss or things like that. So you want a backup for your business also, in the sense that your main source of income, it's your main source of income. So about, if you're a trader or any of those higher risk profiles, then you should have at least 6 to 12 months of expenses there, because your main source of income is fluctuating, right? But if you have compensated that with marrying a person who is a professor at IIT or is a doctor who is employed somewhere, then you are not worried too much about a regular income, right? Or a chartered accountant employed. So you know that that person's, let's assume that you are the man and you are the trader and your wife is a professor at IIT, then there's a good chance that that income is like debt fund, right? It will come regularly, it is not a problem. Maybe some SIPs are going out of it which can be stopped. But if you don't have that stability, if your wife is a business person or your wife is a housewife, then you have to provide for more than 12 months expenses is what you should be holding. So this is the money held for expenses, and some other things could happen. Not everybody is well prepared to pay the annual life or annual health premium, right? So you get your premium notice saying you have to make this 82,000 rupees payment, or your insurance premium which is 3 lakhs, something like that. So suddenly you realize, oh my god, I need to provide for this. In case of insurance, if you have taken a policy, take it as a quarterly policy. So every quarter a small amount, 75,000 a quarter, not 3 lakhs per annum, right? It's the same thing, but you will the cash flow is spread out better. Could be something like this: your annual renewal for, say, Geo line for the house, that's another 28,000 rupees. So suddenly when these expenses come up, you want some place from where you can withdraw and pay, and next month you reimburse, right? So 28th of the month you find that you have to renew your net connection, and you need 28,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees, and you don't have. Perfectly all right, borrow from your emergency fund, but on the first of the month put it back there. So it serves as a cushion for such things which you know will happen. Completely unknown also could happen, something like some death in the family and you have to fly to another location, and you have you're not using your credit card or something for whatever reasons, or admitting somebody in hospital and the hospital insists pay 2 lakhs, otherwise we won't admit. Those are the times when you could use. So your emergency fund could be used not just for yourself, but even for your friends, relatives, cousins, anybody, right? So that these are the reasons why you hold money in an emergency. Of course, apart from that, there your car windshield breaks, or car, there is a major breakdown, there is a 40,000 rupee bill, there is a major breakdown in the house, the fridge has to be repaired or the fridge has to be replaced. Now in such cases, of course, consumer credit is available, but they're expensive. Credit card debt is available, you can pay after 40-45 days. That's the other possibility. So using your credit card balance also as an emergency fund makes sense, right? In the worst case scenario, you can borrow. You can always, if you have, say, a 25 lakh rupee limit on your credit card, or a 15 lakh rupee limit on your credit card, and your neighbor needs to be admitted in the hospital, you can always charge it and when you receive the payment from your neighbor, as and when, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, pay it into your credit card. That's one way of holding the emergency cash. The other ways of holding it is, of course, having some cash at home, which is always recommended. Some money in the savings bank account, some money in the money market account, overnight account or money market account, or in the ultra short bond fund. The tactically held money, normally I would hold it in the ultra short bond fund, or sometimes even in just my bank account, because if I have to buy a share, like I think now it's an attractive time to buy an X share, then I want that money in my savings bank account, not even in my ETF. Of course, I have some money lying in liquid ETF also, because the liquid ETF I can sell and buy something against it right away. So I can sell 5 lakhs worth of ETF and buy 5 lakhs worth of shares. I cannot do that with my ultra short bond fund, because my ultra short bond fund will still take 1 day to come. I can't buy a share against that. So that is the tactically held money. So where all can you hold the money? So of course you can hold in some cash at home, which makes sense. You can hold in some savings bank account, which I do. You can also hold in liquid fund. You can hold in ultra short bond fund, right? So these are the various places where you can hold your cash. So 12 months expenses for a trader. If you're a regular office goer, 3 to 6 months expenses is good. You don't need to hold more than that. And also you may use it for this payment of some lump sum amounts and then immediately replace it. Don't try to don't wait for I'll do it over 2-3 months and things like that. Don't do that. Pay it off immediately. Of course, if you are holding much more than that, then it makes sense to put that money in some fund called the equity savings fund, which could get taxed better after 2 years. But if you are anyway going to keep some cash, might as well keep it in equity savings fund, where the returns are slightly higher than a ultra short bond fund. So if excess cash can be invested, because you don't know where to invest, you are not going to invest in equities also. That money can be in equity savings fund, not necessarily in ultra short. Also, equity savings fund gets taxed a little smarter than your regular money market fund or ultra short bond fund. So that way it is better. Once upon a time it was advantage to hold it under the as an ultra short bond fund and pay short term capital gain. Today that distinction has been taken away, whether you are in a bank FD or you are in an ultra short bond fund. Ultra short bond fund, the advantage or the attraction is the yield is better than a savings bank account. Yield could be same as a fixed deposit. However, breaking a fixed deposit also you can do online, but you could have some hassle saying, oh, both the signatories have to sign and all that. So that you have to be careful. Making a fixed deposit on the in the bank is easy, but breaking it is not easy. So unless you have a 7-day FD continuously on renewal mode, breaking it is very difficult. So be careful about that. So holding in money market or in ultra short is good because you can redeem online, but it will still take a day or two. So ETF, cash ETF or money market ETF is good. Again, all the taxation is regular income, right? Also, if you are going to use bank deposits, you have to know what is the insurance limit. Right now it is 5 lakhs. So if you are keeping money in a cooperative bank, which is not advised at all, but if it is very convenient near your house, you know the people, etc., and you don't keep more than 5 lakhs, and it will be 5 lakh per PAN card, right, for per PAN number. So don't think you can keep a 5 lakh FD and a 5 lakhs in the savings bank account, another either or survivor FD. No, total should not be more than 5 lakhs. So if you have a savings bank account kept there and there you've got 5 lakhs, you don't keep an FD. So my advice is never deal with a cooperative bank. Be very ultra careful. Shamrao Vettel Cooperative Bank is different, but all other cooperative banks may be very small and very risky. Be careful about it. Know your insurance limits, which currently is 5 lakhs. It could change in the future, but doesn't change very easily. So by following some of these simple rules, you can ensure that you are managing your cash effectively. Also understand that you hold cash not for the return that you are getting, but for the opportunities that you might get. So when you look at it this way, suppose I am holding cash and then somebody comes and tells me this company XYZ is worth buying. I use my emergency cash or I use my tactically held cash and in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks it goes up 6%, and I knew it was a trade, so I get out and come back. So I got 6% return already on my cash, which is not what I expect even on a per annum basis, and I've got it in 2 weeks. So these kind of, so tactically held cash gives fantastic return in terms of opportunity, not in terms of yield. So you should know this. Once you know some of these basic things, you can ensure that you're managing your cash well. Cash is not exciting, cash is nothing great, but it is a very, very important part of your portfolio. Thank you.